apple tree only has a couple apples hanging on there.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw!
You got my armies?
Of course I got your armies, baby.
Okay. Where's your tank go?
This tank, they're all in here.
Dad. Baby.
All ready?
I'm all ready. Are you?
Yeah. We are going to see the OG, my dad. I don't know if he's gonna be on film though. So we're gonna go get some food downtown then.
Right.
My son wants McDonald's. There's no McDonald's here. So I'm gonna go inside and check on the food though. Okay?
Sounds good.
I'm gonna explain a little bit about my dad. He's a logger, and he was a logger. He was in an accident 40 years ago. A branch dropped on his head, broke his neck, severed his spine. So he's been in a wheelchair. He's paralyzed. He's been in a wheelchair for 40 years, and he has incomplete quadriplegic. So he has control of his hands and arms. He has some paralysis in his hands, and then everything from his stomach muscles down is paralyzed. And he's a tough dude, right?
Oh yeah, he sure is.
I mean, he's a very
man.
I don't know. I think he's a very nice, humble guy.
He likes guns.
He likes guns. He has my temperament very much. He's a little bit, well, I guess he's more mild-mannered than I am, but I definitely get my nature, my melancholy nature from my father, I think.
Right. He was in the Navy as well, working aircraft carriers.
Oh yeah, that's right.
S-3 Vikings.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he was on the USS Enterprise. Or Intrepid, I can't remember.
All right, well,
One of those two.
let's just ask the husband over here. He knows more about my family than I do, because obviously my dad and my husband bond a lot. My dad loves my husband so much. They are homies, and yeah, they like to hang out, tell me to leave the room. Huh, makes me a little jealous.
Well, you know, sometimes a man's got to talk to a man-to-man conversation, you know what I mean?
Whatever. My dad told me that if my husband and I get divorced, that I should leave him and I could go. That's nice. But actually my dad and I are very close, and I love him very much. I come out and visit him a lot, and do wellness checks, and I wish I were closer. That's something that's been really hard for me.
Yeah, it is.
But I take care of him when he's sick.
Yes, you do.
And I'm lucky that my husband allows me to come out with the kids and take care of my dad when he's doing poorly. So.
Oh, it's not even a question.
Good job, you. Thank you. I mean, a lot of people wouldn't want to live separately.
Well, I know. But for me, it's not even a question. You have to take care of your dad. And
Yeah.
I'm sorry that we couldn't be closer, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish that we were.
I know.
So, that's it. I can't believe that I'm actually taking video footage of this property. My family's property. But here we go. Here we go. Say hi. There it is. You're a little grumpy? I'd be grumpy out here. We get rainy skies out here a lot. It rains 200 days a year in Oregon. So, and it's overcast for even more days than that. Alright, this is one of my homies, you guys, but I can't show him his face because he doesn't want to be YouTube famous. So this is the standard working man's outfit in Oregon. It's kind of styling, actually. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
You're a pretty cool dude.
Well, thank you.
Who's your favorite, me or my husband?
I refuse to answer that on the grounds that you're both right here.
Yeah, you don't have to answer that with her around.
So it's basically him. You guys suck. We just ended another day and had a good visit with my dad, and I'm really super tired, but I thought it was pretty cool. I thought it was kind of neat to be able to share with you where I'm from, and my dad didn't want to be on camera very long, so I got him just a little bit in there, but he means a lot to me, and he's a very nice, humble person, and just somebody that I think is just really cool. It's kind of hard for me to come back here in some ways. I get nostalgic, kind of. Like, I think it's a poignant experience for me. It's a very obvious marker of the passage of time that I've been gone. You know, I left 20 years ago. I've always intended to come back. And time is leaving. Time is not on my side anymore. And so it's hard. I love being here. I come back often, but it also it feels difficult for me. And also, you know, when you're used to being in one place originally, at some point you start to see where you're from through different eyes. Where I'm from is a little bit economically depressed, but it's actually what I think is the most beautiful place in the world. I really do. I mean, the natural beauty here is just incredible, and I still feel very connected to. It's hard for me to be gone, but I also don't know that I could come back and live here. Also, my community is a little bit in duress because we have a drug problem, and we all know it, and it's not popular to talk about here, but you know, it's tough to see. It's tough to come back to a community where there are people who you love who are addicted to heroin, who are addicted to methamphetamines, and you still love them. You know their stories, you know who they are as people. It's hard to see my community struggling too. I mean, it's a situation where I have not had the comfort of deciding that drug addicts were worthless people, because I know them personally. I know them. I know their stories, and I understand their addiction, and I've come to understand how it affects them and how they struggle with it. And when you really take the time to understand somebody and understand their struggles, you really start to have compassion for them and empathy for them. I'm so far past the point of being able to judge people for being addicts, because I can't. All I can see is their struggle and have compassion. And I just wish that it wasn't like that, because, you know, I can think back to the beginning. I can remember back being in middle school with these people, or even younger, and thinking the things that as children we don't realize are unhealthy environments for our peers. You know, as you get older and you look back, you recognize the patterns that you missed when you were a kid, because kids are mean and stupid, and you don't really think about it. You don't really think about, like, the kids who get teased are usually the ones who have bad home lives, right? They're being sent to school dirty and tired, and they're going through emotional abuse, and so they have all these emotional problems, and so it makes it harder for them to fit in socially. So when you've known somebody for their entire lives and you see their problems manifest into addiction, it takes on a different presence, I guess. I'm willing to bet that there are a lot of people watching who love somebody who is an addict and who has a story, and a story that deserves compassion, and you can probably relate, right? But I do feel good that I've been able to help a lot of people who are addicts, a lot of people who have been in really bad positions, and you know, either transitioning out of them, or in some cases hoping to transition out and then not, and which is sad, you know. But I feel good that I've been able to be there for people in their time of need, you know. But thanks again for tuning in. My days are busy out here, so I might be vlogging more this week just because I don't have as much, don't ever seem to have time, but I may be vlogging more this week than I intend to in the future or normally, just because I'm spending so much time with my family and it's easy and quick for me to take some video footage and keep trucking. It may seem like it's changing, but it's not intended to be changing permanently. So anyways, thanks again for tuning in. If you made it this far, you're a super trooper, and I appreciate it. And you guys have a good night. Bye.